There we go.
They all got mixed up there for a second.
So wow, we're there. Welcome to the Legion's Lair.
Let me get us back on a normal. There we go.
Perfect.
I hit a button and I turned off my mouse and I'm like.
Well, you know what? If it weren't for you, we'd have zero technology on this program because I know nothing about technology.
Well, real quick too, before we introduce Delton, because he's kind of new to the show, we used to have so many technical difficulties on our show, and that's what kind of brought our show together was technical difficulties. Every episode was a technical mess, and I think people were tuning in just to see what dumpster fire we could bring. But here we are, years later. So yes, welcome to the Legion's Lair. I am Brad Jones, brother of Bjorngar.
And I am Mike Casper, the Emir. And below, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Deltigar the Destroyer himself.
That's right.
Delton Grassmid. Sir, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, guys. Thank you. How are you?
Good. Doing good.
Hanging in there. We've been looking forward. You know, I got a hold of you about a couple weeks ago, and man, have we been looking forward to this show. Deltigar is one of my favorite figures. Just awesome Mercurian.
I know it was small, but if you saw there was a little Deltigar with a T800 head on it, and in the video in the beginning, it was real quick.
Oh, I didn't see the scale. I didn't see it was small. I think I saw it.
So it was actually Deltigar's body, and all I did was pop the head off and put the little T800 head. Oh, it was an Arnold head, but you could see the T800 exposed. So. I use a lot of Arnold. We do a lot of Arnold here. I do a lot of Arnold impressions and whatnot. So that's what kind of got us started.
Well, hold on here. Before we even go, why don't you say something or say hi to Delton as Arnold? Give him the experience.
Listen here, Delton. I am so honored that you came into the Legion's Lair, and for that, you will automatically be knighted. That's what we do to people. They get knighted on here, but that's when you answer the sick-ass questions. But you didn't even have to answer the sick-ass questions. You are a legend. You are a destroyer.
Was it?
I was once a Conan the Destroyer myself.
Yeah, so there was a movie called Conan the Destroyer, wasn't there?
There was, yeah.
It was me.
Oh man,
that's a pretty good one with Grace Jones and Wilt Chamberlain.
I got to tell you, Brad he hasn't forgiven me yet for this, but I never saw the Conan movies when I was young.
Oh. Yeah, you did. Okay, yeah.
I decided I was going to watch Conan the Barbarian. I think like 6 months ago, or was it a year ago now? Maybe a year ago now. And it was horrible.
What?
It's just a horrible movie. And maybe
really? I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yes, I do too.
James Earl Jones is fantastic, and there's all sorts of snakes and naked people.
Yeah. Dude, okay, so I tell the story a lot. So I let my son watch it, and I forgot. Of course,
how old is your son?
Well, at the time he was probably like maybe 7.
Okay.
And I didn't realize how much tits and ass
Yeah,
Arnold.
there's so much. Yeah.
And I had it on Blu-ray, so it was not edited at all. It was like, and he was just going to town, throwing ladies into the fire.
Well, it just goes to show you. You move up to 1987, Predator comes out, and Arnold, that movie kicked ass. Terminator kicked ass. And I think, Terminator 85 or something like that, but T2 kicked ass. Didn't care for Conan, got to tell you. Maybe
I much prefer Conan to Terminator.
Yeah.
It's I like Terminator.
It's probably because I didn't watch it as a kid, and watching it in 2025 or 2024, it's so outdated.
Oh yeah, it's like watching a high school play as far as the props go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's well, my son, when we watched Terminator 1, we watched Terminator 2 first, and he liked it. It was great. And when we got to Terminator 1, because he wanted to see 1 after he saw 2, and he was wondering why I didn't show him 1 first. And then when we watched 1, he was like, this is kind of corny, And I was thinking, dude, when I was a kid, this was like serious horror movie stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, guys, what do we have in the Legion's news? Currently, they're shipping the Mouse King Figura Obscura figure, and the last 2 weekends they had the sale drop on those. And I actually got mine in because I only ordered 1. Those shipped first, and it is a phenomenal figure, man. Just really good. I prefer the 1 head to the 7 or 8 heads. And it's based off of the Nutcracker. So the story of the Nutcracker is where a little girl, Claire, I think her name is, she receives a Nutcracker toy from her grandfather or uncle. I want to say granddad. And she sleeps with him in the living room that night, and all the toys come alive, and mice from under the floorboard come out, and they have like a war, and the Mouse King is leading the evil mice against the Nutcracker's good toys. So this is the king of the evil mice, I guess. And of course, the Nutcracker has become a ballet, and that's what it's known for.
I guess that's what it looks like. I'm getting like some really cool Splinter vibes off this dude right here, just without his
oh yeah, absolutely
outfit on. So I'm cool with that. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, very cool. Now, can you get a picture of the multi-heads?
Yeah.
Because you have, and I'm not going to give it away, but you have a custom you want to do with those.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And if anyone knows me, what I might do with them,
I think they might guess.
They might guess.
They might.
They might guess.
So, Brad, you getting one?
What's that?
Are you getting one?
I think I will, because I need it now because of my idea that I came up with.
Nice. Well, and in fact, if you get it, you can display it with the 1 head and then do your custom with the other thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I almost bought, somebody on the Cabal was selling just that
piece,
multiple head piece, and I thought about grabbing it, but then I thought I should just get the whole thing, and that way I have it, because it sucks being a completionist sometimes.
Oh, it's a great figure.
You need it. Yeah, and you said it was good. So, and you would tell me if it wasn't. So,
I can't wait. You can see now a 1.0 werewolf, how they can easily make that, and it's going to be fantastic. So I can't wait till they do that.
Yeah, some of the photos Trevor took are crazy.
Oh my gosh, his photos are just unbelievable. 1.6 shooter, Trevor Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So those heads kind of look similar, but yeah, all the other ones are different.
No, I think they said all the heads are different.
Are they all different? I thought there was a couple, like 2 or 3 that were the same, but I could be wrong.
There might be, but I thought they had said they're all somewhat different.
Gotcha. Or they have marks on them or something.
Yeah. So now we have a pre-order that's currently up, and that is the Dawns of Discovery, which is the G-Con wave that was revealed during Mythic Weekend in New Jersey. And the Dawns of Discovery, although not a huge wave, it is packed full of goodness, especially aquatic goodness. So
I think these are all. This is all the in stock stuff.
That's all the in stock. All you have to do is go to pre-order, or you can just go to Mythic Legions and go to Dawns of Discovery.
There we go. Voila.
Nice.
So there they are. Still up.
Yeah, it's not coming up, dude. Technology getting us again. We wouldn't have it.
What?
It's not. Oh, right there. There it is. And talk about Mercurians. There's Vetus himself.
I'll pull him up.
2.0 Vetus. Yeah, that's my favorite of the wave. He is awesome. And he has the new joints and all that. So, Brad, have you ordered yet?
I have not. Now
Okay.
you got me curious because so basically this hair comes off, correct? And then this helmet here would be able to go on top of that head, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you didn't want to use the head, you can use that black piece to go inside the helmet. And then, of course, it can hook into the neck.
Now I can't wait until that helmet comes because maybe it might fit on Deltigar's head.
Dude, I never thought about that. Oh my!
I mean, I don't know, but I mean,
I don't think it will because
of the hair,
and it's keyed a certain way under Vetus's hair.
Probably. And I was just thinking it's probably key, but I mean, without a little customization, and that's what this community is good at. So,
yeah,
I'd like.
Now,
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be putting that helmet on their figures, doing stuff.
Now, Delton, what do you think of? I'm sure you're well versed with Vetus, the red Mercurian. What do you think of his version 2 figure here?
I only looked at it briefly. I mean, yeah, they all look good. I wasn't like super excited about this line or anything.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the board a little bit. This guy obviously is somebody familiar face kind of compared to the other people, I would say. That's for sure. Well, and then there's Delphina too. I guess she's a familiar.
Delphina, the sexy Delphina.
I think people are just excited that she's on that new body. So
yeah, you get the new like female
the chain
2.0 Valiant Knight body. God, isn't that a good look? Wow.
Yeah, definitely is. That chainmail's nice. I like it. I like it a lot.
And that would be a faceplate going in there. But everybody else other than them two are going to mostly be aquatic figures, which they've been telling us they were going to do aquatic creatures or characters for a while now, and they got to them, and they got to them in a big way. I mean, you have the big crab man, you have the walrus guy, you have the manta ray, you have koi, the koi fish.
Oh, let me go back.
You have a little imp in there. You have God, Eben Prosperous, kind of like the little boss when it comes to shipping between new and old mythos. And you have Big Daddy. We like to call him Cameron. Cameron, because
I
it
really
looks
like
like Cameron from the studio. But this is Captain Iron Skull. Yeah, pretty cool. And those pants right there, oh my goodness, they're sculpted. That
Yeah,
is soft goods.
definitely looks like soft goods.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah. And that goes, Brad, when does that go down? Right after Christmas, I want to say, at some point.
Right here, we'll close on Sunday, December 28th at 11 p.m.
Sunday, December 28th, 11 p.m. Get your orders in if you want them.
Yeah, normally I feel like they go until after the new year, but I'm thinking they probably got some plans for some stuff, so that's maybe why they're cutting it just a little short. But still, they've given us a while, so definitely cool. Definitely cool.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm digging it. I can see where we possibly down the road here now can get a Merman tribute finally in the Legion's line. And it would be yeah, that's the imp scale right there.
Yeah, the little guy.
And they actually sculpted this guy, Zinjar, first before they ever did Curtis's tribute or Jesse's tribute. That was in the Horror of Isamol wave.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, he's a funny little character. This guy's cool too, though.
Yeah, he's like a combination of arts between tribute figures, yours and mine.
Yeah, he's growing on me because at first I was like, but now I'm like, he's starting to be cool. The more and more I look at him, I'm like, yeah, he's dope.
Now they did say, okay, Spooky Zorro said if you can go back to him with all his clothes on, and it shows his belts. Spooky Zorro did say that Eric sculpted it wrong, that the belt buckle would be the other way around. And I actually put a belt on, and he's absolutely right.
Really?
Really? 110%. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. But it still looks phenomenal the way it is.
Yeah.
Because if you have the belt, the end of the belt pulling through that way, the thing going through the eye, the piece of metal, I think goes opposite. Is that it? Or now I'm gonna have to go get a belt.
I think you're right.
Yeah, something like that.
But I guess you would. It's really attention to detail to figure that out. Yeah, because this should be flipped.
Yeah.
So the other way. And see, I would have never looked at that. It would have taken me a while to look at that.
I would have never got that.
I would have had to probably see the figure in hand to be like, oh, okay, it's different. But
yes.
Let me go back down here.
And oh my God.
What's that?
Check this out. What? Okay. Kevin McCoy says maybe we need a Deltigar Prime.
I saw that.
I would give 2 thumbs up for that, man.
No doubt.
Deltigar Prime. So that's a good segue into getting into this interview.
Yeah.
So, Delton, our first question for you. What got you into action figure collecting as an adult? And do you still collect as an adult?
Okay, that's 2 questions.
2.
So I never stopped collecting from being a kid. Like there maybe was like a few years where I didn't, but do I still collect action figures in general? Yes. Mythic Legions is like I couldn't say no, I don't collect it anymore. But I I'm not as interested in it as I was, say, 6 years ago.
Fair enough.
Gotcha. So you never started collecting, then I'm going to throw this one out. Usually I ask this at the end, but since you never had a break as a child, what toy lines did you collect as a child, and which ones had the most influence on you?
Okay, yeah, that's an easy one. He-Man right away. That's the most important one. That's the one that never left. Even when I stopped collecting, I saved all those, made sure I knew where they were and that they were in a good, safe place. But also, the Kenner Superpowers line I was super into. Like the Green Arrow was the first action figure I remember having. But pretty much everything from that era. I loved Thundercats when I was a kid.
Thunder, yeah. He-Man, oh my God, He-Man was just huge. So with that answer, I'm going to date you.
Yeah, it should be easy.
You're going to be about 45 years old.
44, nicely done.
44. Yep.
Nice. I had an older brother, so you get the year's grace. Because you know how their toys become our toys?
Yeah.
There we go.
He's close to me. I'm 43, so yeah, we're all real close. So
yeah. I now
not well, Mike.
52, so I'm a little elevated there, but I still look good for 52. I hope I do.
I look terrible for 44, so that evens us out.
Oh,
kids age you so fast.
Hey, yeah. I'm telling you what, Deltigar the Destroyer never looks bad.
That's true. He's ageless.
Yes.
So I think I was like about 30, 35, 36 when that happened. And it looks to be that old.
Yeah. There we go. Delton.
Yes.
What got you into collecting Four Horsemen Studio product? And the second question is, do you still collect it? You kind of answered that with saying not as much, but I do still collect some stuff.
Yeah, I can be expansive on that though. So they did all the He-Man sculpts for Matty Collector. So I was aware of that. And then that made me look into everything that they were doing. Seventh Kingdom, I thought was awesome. The Shield of Drum, that's still one of my favorite action figures that has ever existed. I think when I got mine, I paid like stupid amounts of money for it just because they were so hard to find. And I was like, this is amazing. That's still one of like the big features in my collection. But it wasn't like this one specific moment, just so much as every action figure that I was like, this is fantastic. It was always a Horseman sculpt, always a Horseman sculpt. And then now, so like I was pretty much a collecting nerd from then on, where like I was all over every pre-order and from the time of the Deltigar figure, I was all over every pre-order. Not that I was like all in on everything, but like anyone that I liked, I was getting. And that was like, so the Seventh Kingdom is the first one that I knew about, but I think Mythic Legions had just started and I missed the first pre-order, but like it was still like those figures hadn't come out yet. They were in no one's hands. So I was right at the beginning of it. And then now I still look at everything they're doing. There's that it'll always touch that spot inside you where like, oh, I want to check that out. And I still have a particular style that I'm looking for, just like what you do with the you said the Mercurians and the vampires. Yeah, so I'm always like looking for something in particular, and if they do it, then I pay for it. Though I really wanted the dragon, and I couldn't make it work financially at the time.
Oh no!
Yeah, I think
that dragon. Oh my gosh, insanity! That thing is so good, and that just Eric Treadaway is an absolute master at his craft. So people say Frank Frazetta, he is like the father of fantasy. they'll go into, Alfredo Acala with the mini comics of He-Man's. They'll go into the box art by Rudy Obrero, stuff like that. I think at this point, Eric Treadaway's on their level.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know that like the world is going to view it that way, because you have to die for us to be like, yeah, oh, it's great. But he's definitely at that artistic level.
Oh, for sure.
Just that Bayeth there. Oh my God. Well, you know what though, Delton?
Mm-hmm.
I hope you have an opportunity at some point to snag that dragon.
You will.
Maybe. So when the Deltigar thing happened, I had 4 kids, but like 2 of them are little, and a lot of stuff is still paid for by insurance. And now I have many kids, and for me to get anything like that is like, oh, that's not the right call.
Yeah,
that's good though. That's Deltigar being very, very financially responsible.
I suppose there's people more important than me, that's for sure.
So that's a good segue now in getting into the odyssey that is Deltigar. During the Advent of Decay Kickstarter, there was a reward called Your Likeness on a Mythic Figure. The reward amount was substantial, and only one backer was going to be awarded this opportunity. And this is according to what's on Backer Kit. Can you please take us through your thought process as you made the decision to back this reward?
It was an impulse move, I'd have to say. First, it was like, I wish I remembered this stuff better. When you have a lot of kids, like the memory just goes away. But I do remember thinking, oh, that'd be so awesome, and making some sort of post in a Mythic Legions group about, hey, if someone loans me like $9,000, I can get you a never before seen figure. And then it was just a joke. And then, like all things with me, because I was like a dreamer who chased dreams, I was like, oh, I can make this happen. This is doable. And I don't remember what it was that I was curious about, but I remember sending Cornboy a Facebook message, and he answered it, and I was like, okay, like, and then it was tax time. I have a whole bunch of kids, big drop, and I was like, my wife at the time was silly enough to say okay to this, though afterwards I did take some grief for it. You should all know that. I did get the $10,000 doll, but it ended up in that was all like, just like that must have been only like 6 days for that all to happen. Like, cash dropped, I could do it, and it happened.
Wow.
Okay, Delton, you have just elevated to maybe the most alpha male that has ever walked the earth. If you could get your significant other, your wife, to say, you know what, honey, get that $10,000 action figure.
I don't know. Okay, so no woman should ever support that, but I can't say that she was supportive of the idea. However, if it's going to happen at all, any significant other deserves a lot of credit just for allowing it.
Now she had to, like, at least, I mean, you had to at least be like, well, we're getting me, we're gonna, like, and she, was kind of like, yeah, cool, we're gonna get a whole bunch of you, that'd be kind of
definitely cool. Not definitely that was not cool. So my kids were little, and two boys, and I was, forcing action figures on them. They had all the lines that we talked about already. I was like, what the ones I didn't have as a kid, I'm trying to get them all the original Masters line, as many of the Kenner superpowers as I could. Their collection was way better than mine as a kid, though. It's sort of like a projection onto them. Like, I don't know how bad they wanted it, but I wanted it for them. So they're getting a lot of that. And like that this sort of is like what's making you excited about being a dad. Like, this is how we're connecting to one another. And so I really, and I'm sure in an unhealthy way, have this thing, because I had 2 albums come out when I was younger. I have this thing where like kind of want to live forever and have like, look, my kids will always have this figure of me. But then like as time goes on, you see it was more for yourself. And
well, I think it's cool. Mike's got it out.
I got. Hey, Delton, it's not that I don't like your head. I just love Mercurians. So
I knew it was going to happen with most people. Like when Corn Boy's emailing me how it's going to go, like even before he told me, I knew there was going to be a second head just so they could sell the figure.
Well, and we'll ask, there was obviously questions we were going to ask about certain details that inquire about what happened.
And I apologize. I should have looked through, just for your guys' sake, I should have looked through some of those old emails because I have such a terrible short-term memory. I'm going to forget a lot of what he and I talked about. But as your questions go, I'll answer them as best as I remember.
Yeah. And I guess it had to. Well, I mean, did you come up with the name?
The name was them. Yep.
Okay.
So and I don't even think that they were happy with it. But at that time, I was just like, yeah, that's great. That's fine. Yep. They were like, you sure you like the Destroyer? Sure, that's fine. They were concerned because at the time the Guardians movies were getting so big, and it was Drax the Destroyer, and they didn't want to. But to me, it was like what you and I talked about before the show, Brad. It was like, well, it's more like Conan the Destroyer, and that's cool.
Yeah. Well, so they did give you so you could have said, I don't like that. Can we call it something else?
So I want to be fair to them. They gave me the choice. If I was like, I don't like this at all. No, I don't want to do that. They could have been like, yeah, F you. We're going to do that. This is the name we like. At least from my perspective, I was very agreeable about it. And in fairness to them, almost everything that I asked for came out just how I wanted it. So it wasn't like there was a lot I could say or complain about.
And that was probably going to be my next question. I mean, were you happy with your overall product at the end when they said this is it and they show you a prototype? I mean, did you get a prototype or?
I didn't get a prototype at the time you'd think that I'd get a prototype. Okay. What I was shown before the final figure, I was extremely happy with. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, and I mean that's all that really matters. I mean, I did a post in the Cabal today, and I said, legend has it that one man stepped up and did the freaking thing, basically, I mean, and I now Mike, I think Mike told me this, that there was only one option, right? Like only one person could do it.
Yeah. So and notice they haven't done it since.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like 10 people could do it.
No, it was once someone did it, it was gone. The way I understood it.
So there was a slot open. Now, do we know how many days or how long that slot was open before you committed to it?
Oh, geez, that's a great question, and I do not remember. I felt like I got in just before the pre-order ended because I had to wait for that check to drop.
So basically, it had been up for a while. Nobody's doing this. Mm-hmm. Nobody's saying I'm committed to this. I'm gonna have a figure made. And the whole time you're in the back of your mind going, man, I'm about to get this check. This could possibly work.
Well, no, that was spontaneous because I still wasn't like 100% committed to it until the check dropped. And I was like, we're in a good spot this year, like this is me talking to my wife at the time. Like, we're in a good spot this year. We don't need to make any repairs on the house or anything. So it seemed like it was working in my favor.
Oh, geez.
Everything's caving in, and you're like, but I have this. It's amazing.
And there have been many moments since then where things aren't quite as good financially, and I'm like, oh, and I did the $10,000 figure. Way to go, Delton.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't look at it. I don't think I would ever look at it that, because that, to me, what you did, it was spontaneous and whatnot. But think about it, like, nobody was doing it. You are a living legend now in a community that like loves action figures and loves, you know, it's crazy. When I got into the Cabal, there was like 1,000, 1,200 people in the Cabal. Like, there's up to like 7,500. That's like almost 8,000 people in the Cabal. Like,
yeah. When I was a part of it, it was definitely a smaller community.
Yeah, it was. Mike was at
not
900.
just Cabal, but I mean, I was in one of the other groups. I can't remember the name of it now. I might even still be in it, but yeah, it was definitely a smaller community then.
Yes, it's definitely grown rapidly. Now here's a good question I just saw. Did you get a test shot? Is what?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Yeah, you know,
Okay.
it's not painted or anything. Obviously, you're getting the charcoal gray color that we're used to seeing in a prototype. But yeah, I got lots of test shots.
Sweet. That's
Oh,
awesome.
man, it's awesome, man.
That is cool. Yeah, I mean, that had to be fun though. I mean, just the process of going through and, you know. Okay, let me ask you this. What about, so if they came up with the name, then I'm assuming they came up with the lore, obviously, but they did add your last name as a location on the map.
Yep.
Yep.
That was all them. Yep. They
So
didn't tell me they were going to do that. They just they wrote that was pretty late. Like, that was after everything was done. And if I remember right, I hadn't heard from Corn Boy in a couple of months, and he just sent that, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, that's fine.
That's really cool how they brought that in. And
so
yeah, I like that too. Yep. And he had asked, so really the thing is really unromantic, guys. I apologize, because it's not as exciting. At least for me, it wasn't as exciting as what you'd think. You know, you answer a bunch of questions and then you don't hear anything for a really long time. And then when they're working on it again, they have some more questions. And I know he said something about, like, was it important that I was a part of any of the I don't know what you guys refer to them as, but the different races. And I was like, I'd really rather be my own thing. I'm like, I like Leodicius and everything, but I would rather it was like our own separate thing. So he did ask me that, and it was, if I remember right, it was a few months later that they sent me the bio, which I still really like. It's great.
Yeah, the bio, great.
So did you have any influence on the figure itself? The color of the figure, whether it's going to be a Mercurian?
Nice.
And when occasionally one of you guys will find me and ask me a bunch of questions, and I'm pretty much an open book, but I always say the same thing. And judging from their reaction, I got more input into it than what people would expect. The colors were all chosen by me. Now, Cornboy was really upfront with me about, like, we might not use these colors, but when he showed me what it would be, it was exactly like I imagined it. So awesome. I definitely felt like I chose the colors. And then I got to pick all the, like, they're all, I don't know what you guys call them, but they're all reused parts other than the head, right? So, and I got to pick all those. They're mostly Calvius parts, but yeah, as I recall, I got to pick all those. So it was very easy to be happy with all that.
And I think we were going to ask that. Was there, obviously they have at that time, they would have a inventory of parts that were available to be used. So they said, hey, you know, you can use this or this or this or that.
Yep. And there was, I wish I remembered this better for you guys. There was a limitation on it, because it had to be ones where the parts would be compatible with that line. So that's, as I recall, I went mostly Calvius, and I'm sure this is disappointing, but it's because I wanted it to be as much like a He-Man figure as it could be, as opposed to like a Knighted Mythic Legions figure. Like, and if I could have had a softer body where he looked like, John Tent of the Earthquake, I would have gone with that, but they didn't have that. So I was okay. And I know it's upset some people, but I was okay with the chubby face on the shredded body, because that's probably how it would have been in Eternian lore anyway.
Well, I tend to think that 10 years ago, your face is the exact same. I'm telling you, man. Your face is the exact same, man. That beard is actually the same.
Yeah, have not changed much since then. Once the dad look took hold, it hasn't changed much since then.
So what you say, Delton, is, you know what? 10 years ago, this is what my bod looked like.
Yeah.
That is what the bod looked like, people.
I think, like, okay, so when this was this 10 years ago now?
I don't know.
I don't know. It could have been. Wow. No, but anyway, my bod probably looked close to that 10 years before that, because when I was a musician, I was just trying to make it look perfect. And then you give up when you're a dad. It's like, if you want to eat, you have to wait for your kids to go to bed. And so you're night eating, and you're not going to burn any calories that way. But all those things to me were good, and I was accepting that. I was like, it's the dad who the figure is. So to me, those were positive things.
I love the figure. It was fun. To me, it was a no-brainer, and I love Mercurians. He's sitting. I have Romulus from House of the Noble Bear sitting outside. I have Army of Leodicius and House of the Noble Bear very close to one another. So I have Romulus and I have Deltigar very close to one another. And then obviously I have, I think, Vitus back there too. So all of them are kind of very close to one another.
Good. I think that's where he's supposed to be. You're doing a good job.
But it's funny because he's with the Mercurians, but he's not wearing the Mercurian helmet. So he's very close. I should do what Mike does and have him, I should put his hammer away. I always load my people up with weapons. It's non-realistic, but I just load them up. I should have the helmeted and have you holding your helmet is what I should have. That way it looks like you're standing there, with your helmet holding it. But I think the face is awesome. And this is not knowing what you look like.
I'm a fan of the face too.
Well, look.
Hey, I can't get over how the face is the exact same. Here, do me a favor. Are you willing to take your hat and glasses off?
I can give you this at least.
Okay.
I'm legally blind. I can't see anything, but yeah, it should be all about the same.
Holy shit, dude. It's the exact same face. Your beard is exactly the same. Wow. Look at that. That is great, dude.
Dude, even the color. It's amazing. Well, let me ask you this. Oh my God.
I really can't see, so I'm going to put my glasses back on, okay?
What about the crown? Did you get to choose the crown, or did
not? That was the only thing about it that I didn't like. And that was the only request, that was the only request I didn't get. I said, hey, look, so what I really want with this is to show this packaged figure to my kids without them knowing what it is and having them go, that's my freaking dad. And I was like, please, I was okay that you're doing the crown, because it's kind of like the crown in Conan. But I was like, can he just not have it in the package? Can it be something that fans put on later? And Eric was like, yeah, sure, no problem. But that did not happen. Now, I was never like, oh no, you ruined this. Like I didn't care. But yeah, that was the only thing that I didn't that wasn't from me.
I'm glad I asked that, because I like the crown now, but now knowing that your story, I feel like I want to take this crown off.
No, it's fine if you guys like it. Like, I totally get that most people are putting the Vetus head on it. Like, I get it, and like that. Surprisingly enough, because I was probably more egotistical at the time, that didn't bother me because I was like, it's still my color scheme, and the figure looks so great even with the green head on it. So,
Oh my god.
It does.
I don't think there's another color in the line like it, really. It's very unique and it's very kind of sought after a little bit. It's
I would say you're right, Brad.
I don't think that
metallic green.
Yeah, that green. Now, actually, I should pull this up.
Now
I will here in a minute. But Jonathan Hughes sent me some pictures. I think Jonathan said he may have met you once and talked to you. Said you were a good guy. He's a huge.
I'm a good guy, but I don't know that I've met Jonathan Hughes.
Great dude. If you did, he's a huge Mercurian lover. He loves Mercurian.
Did he say we met or we just talked on Facebook?
I think he said he may have met you.
I've not met anyone in the community. There are a few I've talked to on Facebook.
So maybe it was on. So it might have been on Facebook. He says you're a good dude. He sent me some pictures, and I will pull them up here in a minute of his Mercurians with Deltigar that he's used over the years that are great. Some of them are awesome. He has one where he used the Father Christmas retail version, the green cloak that Father Christmas comes with.
Okay.
That green is pretty good looking with this.
I would like to see that. Yeah.
So I'm going to try to find that here.
Well, so going back to the crown, that crown's unique because as far as I know, it's only been used with Krona. I think it's Deltigar and Krona.
Well, I thought doesn't
there might be someone else.
Does the Bromden have something similar?
No, he doesn't have that crown. No.
I mean this piece similar, but then he has like something on top of it. Maybe.
No, his is like a full king's crown. So yeah, that piece when they made your head, they probably sculpted that piece also. Yeah, I would think because they've only used it one time after that.
They must have, because I knew that was happening before receiving it or any. It wasn't like the crown was a surprise. So I'm sure that I had seen it in the prototype. I'm sorry. The test shot.
Share screen. Go here. See if I can show this. Let's see if I can pull these up. Here's John Mercurios Chainsaw Massacre. Jonathan, hold on. We got more. He sent plenty. He sent plenty. If I could find it. Oh, I think I gotta hit all comments, huh? Oh yeah, 9 replies. Here we go. Deltigar the Mercurian. So I think he's supposed to be like the Terminator. Is that like this?
Nice.
Oh, that's great. I wish I could just go. Okay, here we go. And then he's got the American Beauty Deltigar.
Deltigar Vetus.
Oh god, this is great. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yes.
Here we go.
St. Patty's.
Yeah, that's cool. My God. And look, he's got their skeleton versions of the
They want to make old Deltigar skeleton.
Oh, here we go. And here's just a cool one here with the skeleton. Oh my God, there's Deltigar lifting weights.
Dude, it's got your face on it too.
And he's got your face. So yeah, he's done.
Look at Vita spotting him. look at Pixel Dan doing his curls.
Oh yeah, here we go. There it is. So there's
damn.
there's the green jacket.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that
I
looks
thought
great.
I thought it
looks
was
like
pretty
you
good.
just got out of bed.
Well, and look, the gold actually matches your gold too, like the gold
Yep.
further. So I go
Yep.
that jacket really did look really good. So
Yeah.
Oh my god, look, he's got something else here. Yeah, I think that's cool. A little side profile of the Mercurian helmets. And I think that was it. So yeah, so I thought that was cool. Jonathan.
Oh.
Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
that was sweet. So Brad, do you think you can work on why I do the next question? Can you work on pulling up Deltigar's bio? Because I know everybody would love to hear Arnold.
Arnold.
Read
Yeah, I can pull it up. I'll give me a minute here.
So we know that the studio via the Kickstarter page sent you a box of 18 figures.
Oh, yeah.
When production went through. Since then, how many total Deltigar figures do you have? Did you collect any more along the way since then? Did you buy more in the Kickstarter?
I did not. I got only that case, and I even sold a few on eBay. Do I have 8 left, and I have 7 kids. So there, and I have a loose one in my display. So I guess that's 9 if we count that. But I have 8 boxes left. That's it. So whatever that was, like, I know my kids got ones, and you guys will love this. I know that after I got divorced, I was cleaning up the rooms, and I find my oldest son, who was probably 8 at the time, his Deltigar figure. There's like one arm left on it. The pauldron's broken off. I'm like, oh, all right, this is a very I don't even know what to say about that, but it was like, is this really what you should have done with your life there, Delton? Because I did it thinking like, oh, my kids are going to think this is awesome. But I don't think that those are thrown away. So my sons each had one and like they got it and they both opened them up right away. I think those both still exist. I know my youngest son, who's 12 now, he's still got his he played with it, which I liked, but that one's in pretty good condition.
Yeah. So you might want to hand those figures out to them, the remaining 8 or 7, to each kid on their 18th birthday.
So I feel like those are going to be when Dad dies, they can have those.
Okay, gotcha.
I figured those are going to be, I don't know how all my children will feel about me after I'm gone. And so hopefully and that's, like I said, it's probably an unhealthy thing, but that's kind of what I was hoping to do with my music. And none of my children are like, oh, Dad's albums are important to us. So I'm like, maybe that thing, maybe the figure. It's certainly, it captures me. We all know that. So it'll at least be able to, they'll have that. I know, like, I was really close to my dad, and when my dad's gone, I'm like, if I had a figure of my dad, like, that'd be pretty darn cool now, and that would certainly be up in my home.
And I think it would be something where, and I hate to say it, but yeah, maybe you won't be around one day, and your kids will still be here, and they're going to appreciate that damn figure, and to know
I think that's what I hope for. Yeah.
Well, no, it will. It will. Like you said, in my post, I said you are immortalized in plastic forever, so they can't take that away. Now
they cannot.
Me and Mike, we got lucky enough because of, I assume, the show. The Horsemen gave us tribute figures, But before we got tribute figures, we never thought we would ever get tribute figures because we're nobody. So we never thought we were going to get anything.
We're all nobody, my friend.
So, but me and Mike many times talked about your figure tributes, how, you know, if they ever brought that back. I told Mike, I said, you know what? We'll never get tribute figures. And the only way if we ever get immortalized in plastic would be to go pay that money and do it. I go, and you want to know what? I would go get a loan as if I would a car.
Yeah.
I go, and I would go get a personal loan. I go, and I would 10 grand, whatever it was, and I would do it. And I wouldn't think, I would just pay it, you know? And, and
I don't think they'll, like, they might, if they see this, the Horsemen, they might change their mind, but I don't think that they liked how it went. And I think that's why you didn't see it happen again in future pre-orders. So maybe me saying that, they'll be like, no, it's fine. And they'll do it again. But
I'm not gonna say what Jeremy said verbatim, but I talked to Jeremy Gerard at Muskegon one year, and it was right after me and Mike got tribute figures, and we were talking about tribute figures. And I brought your name up, and I said, man, I need to find this dude and bring him on my show. This is like 2 years ago. I said, I need to find this dude and bring him on my show and interview him. And Jeremy goes, that'd be a great idea. And he said, yeah, we don't do that anymore. And he never mentioned you, but he mentioned, I guess they did do it another time, but they never offered it. It's somebody they know paid money to have their likeness done.
I see. And you could tell that it wasn't like, these are creative guys. And I think that this really is like, this stifles your art when you're like, hey, you're making it how somebody else is asking you to do it. I mean, obviously they're working for Mattel, so they're able to be like, yeah, these are the specifications, we'll do it. But I think, you know, Legions was them kind of going, hey, we're successful, we can make what we want. And I don't think like a guy who can create my own figure. I think that sort of takes the joy out of it for the creator.
So technically, you are still the only person who had that option and took advantage of that option and did it.
This is true. And looking back, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to say this to have it be taken the wrong way. As an old man with a lot of kids, I'm like, I wish I hadn't done it. But at the same time, knowing how things were for me at the time, I'm like, it seems like something I would do.
It's somebody, you know what? Somebody had to do it. There was one spot. And somebody had to do it. All
throughout my life, the thing that nobody will do or people are like afraid to do it, I'm like, that's no big deal. I'll do it. Now, I'm not saying that this was one of those, because this is obviously a huge honor. And I was stupid excited about it at the beginning. Like when you first get it, you feel like the world is going to change. Like, but then you see like, you know, to the Horsemen, this is just a job that they're doing that's really kind of annoying. So like that sort of took some of the romance out of the process.
I get it. Yeah, that's funny. But these are great answers. You're doing this is awesome. These are things I think everybody who's curious about knowing, because you are the only person that ever really got this opportunity, or I got to get these emails or these messages.
And it is. It's a huge deal. I don't want to take anything away from it. Like it is, no matter like if I was bitter about it or if I love it now, it's still a huge opportunity, and it's cool that somebody got to do it.
So for me, Brad said he would do it.
Me and Mike talked about it. We both said like we at first we were like, boy, that's a lot of money. But then as it went on, we were thinking, we'll never get tributes.
Right.
We're never going to get them. The only way to get them is to spend this money. And I was hoping that one day they would bring that back, because I was literally thinking seriously, but I'm so glad.
And it's probably stupid, especially as a dad, but that's how I looked at money at the time. You know, I'd self-produced albums for myself and one other group that I really loved. Well, that cost thousands of dollars, and I lived through it. And I was okay. And it was certainly the I felt that that was more meaningful than, you know, going to work 9 to 5. So for me, the $10,000, it didn't seem like as big of a deal as it should have at the time. Like if I was more responsible, I would have been like, geez, look at everything that my family had to sacrifice because I made this move. But it's, you know, like we're all saying why we're here. It's really, really cool. Like what, of course, like if you can, you'd want to do that.
Yeah. I think when it came down to it, if I was around during Advent of the Decay Kickstarter, I don't think I could have pulled the trigger.
Not at that
I
time.
don't think I could have.
It's a lot of money when you have a family.
But I will say this, Brad and I have talked, and if the studio ever sells their Scapular the Crypt Breaker one-on-one statue that they take to Legion's Con every year, I'm writing them that check.
So,
So
they have a one-off. It's probably bigger than a one-off. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's probably
it's
it's probably 1.5 for you.
I guess it's where you're at in your life at the time. Right now, I'm in a good place.
If they offered that, you would probably have to buy that because that's just,
Oh no, I would.
It's a one-off, one of one.
It would be a done deal.
Yeah. And
I will tell you guys, because I still make stupid financial decisions, it is difficult to get a personal loan to do foolish things like this. I tried to buy a $15,000 baseball card about maybe 4 months ago. The bank did not think it was a good idea, and I'm glad they turned me down.
Well, I'm glad you said what you said, because I wanted to ask you, how does one, I mean, do you just have a credit card? Do you just swipe the credit card? How does one pay for that? So, I mean,
that's kind of funny. So I had the money in my bank account at the time for the 10 grand. But the bank I was with, if you make a purchase over $9,999, they flag it. So when I remember I was at work the morning that I put it through for the pre-order, and I got a call from the bank immediately, and I was like, oh no, this is like a sign from God that I'm not supposed to be doing this. And they were like, this is like, it's long enough ago that like credit card fraud wasn't as everyday. Like it happened, but it wasn't like you got an alert on your phone every time it happened. So when they called me and I was like, yeah, this is me, and they were like, okay, that's all we wanted to know, and away the money went.
Oh God! Now, before we strap you into the hot seat, Delton, I've got one last question here.
Yes.
Let us know what it feels like every time you look at your shelf and you see a production action figure with your likeness on the port. How cool is that?
Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I don't have the happy answer for you. This one, it makes me disappointed in myself, I guess. Like, it is a lot of money to spend, and you would think that I'd be like rich or upper middle class, but we're below the poverty line. I suppose anybody with 7 kids is. And I still am, and I was married then, I'm divorced. And I still am like, was this the right thing to do for my family? I think the figure's awesome. I haven't put it away. It's still proudly in my display, but it doesn't give me that feeling of, wow, this is amazing. Wow, I'm so cool. It's more just, wow, you really did that, did you? So that's, and I don't look at it every day.
Yeah.
I also had a friend of mine make me a figure that was more based on what I looked like in my 20s rather than when I was 35. And that one I get excited to look at, but I don't. That was just a one. And I don't look at them every day.
That's cool. I mean, that's real genuine answers. I love this. This is awesome. I don't even know what anyone really expected. but this is great. I think it makes the legend even better because
I hope so, because I was sure, like, I'm sure there's some, I don't know who listens to your show, but I know I've disappointed a lot of people from when it happened to now. And like, you know, it's just like, I like Star Wars, but I don't know every single thing that they say in every single Star Wars movie. So when I talk to people that are Star Wars fans, they'll walk away in a huff because I'm like, yeah, I like the Ewoks. It's one of these things where it's really easy within the Mythic Legions fandom to be like, this guy doesn't know this and he doesn't know this, and they made a figure of him. Well, yes, I don't know this and I don't know that, and they made a figure of me because I was dumb enough to pay the money.
You know what's awesome about that is you are literally the epitome of every person in this community. You are literally that you are all of us, and that's what's so great about it. Because that's
so I shouldn't air grievances, but the one thing that kind of pulled me away is when this happened. Everybody wanted me to be a fat guy in an office that was like wealthy, and I was like, this couldn't be further from the truth. Now I know I'm overweight. That's true. But I was like, my life has been really cool and interesting. If somebody's going to do this thing, like, it might as well be me.
I mean,
good for you, man.
Now it's funny because even my tribute figure, I love my tribute figure, and like I look at it going, if they would ask me what I wanted and said, here are your options, I don't know if Broder is what I come up with.
Okay.
But knowing what they gave me as Broder, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm like, dude, what you guys did is exactly what I want. I'm a Viking. My ancestry is Viking. So I go, it kind of goes with my actual heritage. I go, so I really enjoyed what they did for me. And
now, the grass is always greener, but I think what's happened with you guys is really even cooler than what's happened with me, because I decided to do what happened to me, where the Horsemen decided we're going to make tributes to these guys. These guys are helping our cause. We're going to make tribute to them. In a lot of ways, that's a much cooler and more positive thing.
It is, but I mean, I you know, like, I don't know. I mean, Mike loves skeletons, so Mike got his skeletons. I was a House of the Noble Bear. I like barbarians, so they made me a Viking, a barbarian. So it really was cool. I really appreciate what they did. The studio
Noble awesome. Bear was one of my favorites too. Leodicius and Noble Bear.
Now the one thing though is, and Mike will make fun of me all the time, is my figure has huge titty pauldrons, huge, massive. What, Mike? What do you call them?
They're metallic
love pillows. But I went and looked up a real Viking, and sure enough, like the first real Norse Viking picture I pulled out was these damn pauldrons that looked exactly like. So I know Eric does his homework before he goes.
That's the ticket. Yeah, it's to look like a Viking.
You know, and I'm thinking, dude, like, it's. I mean, they were so authentic at one time. They had to change their robes on the. Remember, Mike, the damn Templar robes were so authentic. They thought it was part of a racist organization.
The horse. Yeah, and they didn't intend.
Literally, if you looked up,
I didn't hear about that. That's silly.
So, what's the Templar? Is it Deacon?
It's one of the horses. I think it was Enoch's horse.
So Enoch's horse. I can't think of the name.
But they thought part of the clue.
They put soft goods on the horse, and they literally looked like cake.
Which they did not intend.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
No.
That's not the type of guys they are.
If you go back and you look, if you had pictures of what it looked like, and you went and looked up the Templars stuff, it literally looked similar. But then people were pulling up the organization stuff, and it was similar, But I'm like, dude, but the Templars were before them, so that kind of, like he's going for the old history stuff. But that's the thing; he was so authentic about it that it's sickening. But I think I don't know, man. I get it. You pay all that money and have that feeling, but you know what? The past is the past, man.
Oh, for sure. I'm not disappointed with it, but that's the feeling that it creates for me when I look at it.
Well, hopefully after this show, you're going to look at it and be like, this thing is sick.
Well, I got to tell you that ever since I got into the line back in 18. I got my first figure, I think, in 19, somewhere right around 18, 19. And you were always a legend, like a ghost that no one knew about, but they knew about this figure.
It's so funny because I'm so available, and my dad was a pastor, so like my whole life I've been like an open book, and he's always like, if anybody ever asks you anything, now this is long before this happened, you answer them. That could help with whatever it is they need to know. So I've like lived by this, and I'm like, somehow in this community I'm a hermit, but I answer anything anybody asks me.
It's funny because when I asked Jeremy 2 years ago, it was almost 2 years ago. When I asked him about you and whatnot, and I said, "Yeah, I should have him on my show." I go, "Boy, it's probably really hard to find him." And he goes, "I don't know. I'm sure it's not that hard." Yeah. And then when Mike's like, "He's right here on Facebook," I'm like, "What?" Like he's been here the whole time. Well, someone goes, "You found."
I don't block or make anything private. I'm not good enough at technology to know how to do that. So.
But no, it's cool. I'm glad that we were able to find you, and you were right there, so it wasn't hard to find. But you've been here the whole time.
The whole premise of our show, and I think I told you possibly this via Messenger, Delton, is we're here to bring community members on so other community members can meet them, get to know them. So if they see them out at cons, hey, I saw you on the show, this and that, make introductions easier, this and that. We just want to bring the community closer together. And we're going on season 5 in another episode here. And my God, what, 120 guests during that time. The community's got to know through that. So getting to know Deltigar the Destroyer was something not only I wanted to know, but I know a lot of other people in the community wanted to too. So I thank you so much for giving us that opportunity.
Oh, no worries. It's no big deal.
Now, you might not like the next thing because you're going to strap your butt into the Legion's Lair hot seat. And baby, oh my God, it gets hot because Brad controls the temperature, and he likes to go 400 plus degrees on that keister, baby.
We're going to turn it up. But first, J-Mac. J-Mac has been watching our show since day one. And I think J-Mac is from Michigan, who also comes to Muskegon. He says, knowing Deltigar the Destroyer is one of us who makes poor financial decisions makes me love my Deltigar even more. We all make crazy financial decisions. It's part of being a toy collector.
Awesome, man. I appreciate that.
I couldn't agree with you more, Jay. Sitting behind me is the entire Mythic Legion collection, which cost me quite a bit of money, probably more than
10,000, huh?
What you paid for, and then some, probably two. My wife's in the other room, like, you son of a bitch. She knows.
Yeah, you only a little bit at a time.
Makes it easier. But yeah, so I think we all make bad financial decisions. But growing from it is one thing, and obviously it seems like you've grown from it. I would love to be one of those people. You said you sold something on eBay.
I did, yeah. I sold a few of them. I can't remember how it was. Like, I didn't do it right away. I came into a time where I needed a little bit of money, And I was like, I don't need all these things, and people want to pay $250 for them, so I'll put them up. And then I know that, like, I ended up autographing like 2 of them because somehow from my
Okay.
I don't know if my my username gave it away, but somebody was like, I just won this thing, and is it really you? And I was like, yeah, it's me. Will you sign it? And I was like, yeah, I don't care.
Awesome.
Somewhere out there, there's at least 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah, could you imagine somebody like not knowing and just getting one and being like, is this from Delton?
And there's at least 1 or 2 of those.
Like,
I think I sent, so what did we say? I got 18 of them, right? And so half of them then would have been sold. And so that there's like 7 of them that got a Deltigar from Deltigar without knowing.
dude, you make me want to go buy a case of Broders so I can sell them on eBay. Just so people can be like, what the hell, dude?
That was and I didn't do it right away, as I recall. Like, I got the figures and I can't remember what it was. And see, this is why and this is terrible, but this is why I feel like it's okay that you make the poor financial decision, because now just a few years later, I'm like, I can't remember what it was that I needed money for so badly, but $250 seemed like an important thing at the time. So that's why it's like, yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna turn up the heat now. We're turning up the heat.
Turn that heat up on it.
The heat.
Usually we send out to our guests, we send out flame retardant doctor briefs in order for you to get through the hot seat. But we knew that we had the destroyer in the house tonight, and there is no way in hell we were going to send him flame retardant undies when he has a keister made of iron, baby. That's right.
Or plastic.
Yes.
Let's do this, baby. Okay, Delton, what is your favorite Legion's faction or affiliation, and can you explain why?
Oh, see, here's where you guys are I'm gonna annoy you so badly because I don't know names of things. My favorite are the birds. What's it like? Something or
Order of Aetheron.
Well, even before that, it had some sort of
Gothotropolis birds.
Gothotropolis.
Yeah. No. Okay. It starts out Gothotropolis, and then when they actually name it, it's like Ornith something. Anyway, if I remember right. That's my favorite.
Aetheron's dozen. Second wave.
Okay. Yeah.
Aetheron's dozen.
But that's named after the actual figure, like the house up, right?
Yeah.
But the race, I thought, was what you asked me. So
no, the faction.
Oh, the faction. Yeah, so the birds is definitely my favorite.
Aetheron's Order of Aetheron.
Yeah.
But yeah, even the Gothotropolis, that was like the that was where it started, and I was glad that it like continued to go on from there. It's so exciting. There, Brad, this is good because when I look at those, I get those feelings like every time I see Athenas, I'm like, oh my, it's just such a perfect sculpt. Like, how can this thing be an action figure? And the Horsemen have a few of those things, but those are ones that get me every time.
That's the owl with his crazy eyes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, his eyes are nuts.
It's
looking,
so good.
Yeah, they look real. I mean,
that's exactly. It looks real. It's like you're holding a great horned owl. I mean, it's amazing.
So let me tell you this, Delton, that I have the full collection of Gothotropolis birds and Mythic Legion's birds, but it's only because of him.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to collect the Gothotropolis. I wasn't going to collect them all. I guess I started it because I bought one off of Travis Bowles up in Michigan.
Nemesis.
It was the Eagle one that
Nemesis.
wasn't a Gallus. I forget his name.
The one with the cape that came out later?
No,
Nemesis.
it was which one was it? It was one that was like at San Diego Comic-Con or something like this.
Yeah, his eyes were
But
a little
it didn't have the American flag cape.
No, that was a Gallus.
Okay.
This
Well,
one
didn't
was,
they do they did an Egalis, and then that was the variant, right?
yeah, this one was not an American themed one. You know what I'm talking about, Brad.
Yeah. Nemesis comes with the flag.
Nemesis does come
Nemesis
with the
comes with the flag cape. Yeah.
Okay, then it was Nemesis, I guess. But I called Brad up and I go, dude, these birds are so freaking cool.
Yeah.
You got to get one. Well, Brad got one and he just went wild on it. And he would call me every now and then and go, I got some birds for you, dude. And they were a price I couldn't pass up. And next thing I know, I have the whole collection.
Yep.
And
that was just so huge for me. Like, I don't know if I would have gotten so into the line if it weren't for that, because I had Shield of Drum already, and it's still one of my favorite figures. But I could see myself getting that and being like, okay, I put this in with my He-Man, I'm done. But the birds were like, and the horsemen were growing them slowly but steadily, and so that was good for me. I felt like the demand for that line was pretty low. Like, I could always get it on the aftermarket for decent prices, so that was helpful. But yeah, those are still probably my overall favorite action figures of any line anywhere.
Nice. What's up, Blake? We got Blake just joined us. So what is your favorite race in Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, whatever? Just what's your favorite race?
Well, can I stick with that? The birds. And we can't come up with the name of the race. I want it to be Orn of something.
Are what? Avians?
I think we should. Okay, hold on here.
I remember they named the race after Gothatropolis. And I don't remember what it was, obviously, but I remember being like, oh, okay, the thing's got a name.
Yeah, the race is the Avian.
So Delton?
That doesn't ring a bell, but we'll go with that.
Let me go back. Let me make sure I think they're all.
So you will be glad to know that they are going to come out with Aetheron's version figure.
Wait, I didn't hear you very well. Sorry.
The Horsemen are coming out with Aetheron's version 2 figure. That is the bird god, the eagle god. And it's a new sculpt. And we just got a Figure Obscura figure based on a bird in the Egyptian line of Figure Obscura. And it shows the Aetheron, the feet that they're going to use for Aetheron. And they're like double the size
of
the original bird feet.
That would be good, because they were hard to stand, were they not?
Yeah.
Yeah, at times. But when Aetheron comes out, I think they'll make some birds with him also.
I would like, okay, so I didn't care for the Aetheron, the god figure. Like, it wasn't like, I mean, so I do this with any line. I don't usually go all in. I'm usually like, I like that one and that one and that one and that one. The color scheme of that one just being the mostly gold, I didn't care for that as well, because the other figures are so colorful.
Yeah. I tell you what, right there's one of my favorite birds right there, the parrot. The parrot.
Scarletus, you mean?
Yeah, Scarlet.
Yeah, it's a macaw.
Yeah.
So awesome. Awesome.
That's in my top 3. It was, the 2 owls and the macaw those are my favorites.
And
that's my favorite line, the one that you guys have up right now. I got almost all of those. There was a few of the ones that were like dinosaur-y too that I didn't care as much for those, but
Dre Leon.
Well, okay, so the Archaeopteryx would have been one, and then of course the Dre Leon, the dragon. But out of your owls, the 2 owls from Gothatropolis and Mythic Legions, Delton.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Gothatropolis, the darker owl, blows away Bulbatross.
That owl's the one we were
I
talking
like
about.
it better. I couldn't say that it blows it. Like, I really love both of those figures. So I couldn't say this one just blows it away, but I do like it better. Yep.
Yeah, they don't have many photos.
Nice. Brad, could you go to the Egyptian god Thoth on the website and we can show him those feet as I give him another question here?
You know what? That's under Figure Obscura. My bad.
Delton, what race that has not been made yet in Mythic Legions or in all their lines that has not been made yet that you would like to be seen made?
You know, I had things like that for a while, but now they've made everything that, you know, that I had hoped that they would. So now I just I get excited to check out what is coming next, but I don't have, I hope they do this. I had that with the dragon. I had that with the lion that must have been like a year and a half ago, but we still don't have those yet. But those were ones that I really was like, oh God, I hope they do this. But they've done them all now. So now I just get excited to see what's next because they've done so many things.
So here's the Egyptian god Thoth. And if you can see his feet, those are going to be the new bird feet for when they come out with the Aetheron.
They have him down here.
They are massive. They're like double.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's on a human body though. So obviously they're from my understanding, they'll probably be sculpting a new bird body to go along with those feet. So I can't wait myself.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah. They released that early at Legion's Con this year, which it'll be re-released again at the beginning of next year.
So I actually look for Xylona and.
But you said it's going to be there's going to be a bird body for it yet?
Oh yeah, so they promised us Aetheron version 2.
Yeah.
You know, these are obviously the feet that are going to come with him. They have to be, but they're going to have to, because of the size of those feet, they're going to have to resculpt the bird body for him. And I'm hoping after he comes out, I believe he'll come out next year with Xylona in their Legacies of Mythos. It's a version 2 off-spin from Mythic Legions. I'm hoping they give him a couple birds with him.
That'd be cool.
Ways a little bit, just so we get a couple more.
Yeah, do you guys ever have it where you forget what you ordered and then it comes a year and a half later and you're like, oh, sweet.
Yes. It's like Christmas every other month here. Yeah. Oh God. Like Rising Suns. It comes out in a couple months. I have no idea what I ordered.
Okay, good. Yeah. Like if I don't go all in, then it usually gets here and I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I forgot about this. It's most people are like, oh, I hate waiting a year and a half for 2 years, whatever it is for a figure. But usually for me, it's a good thing. The bad short-term memory makes for lots of happy surprises.
Is that about the time you waited for your Deltigar figure? About a year and a half?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's right. About a year and a half.
About a year and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
And they did the work pretty quickly. Almost everything that all the stuff was done within 6 months, if I remember right. Then you just wait a long time to get it.
Because they added you in with the All-Star 2.
Yep.
Yeah, usually the wait time now is about 2 years.
Yeah, I know. Like the lion I was talking about, we don't have those yet, but I feel like that was ordered so long ago.
No, not yet.
A little over a year.
Probably another year. Yep.
About 13 months ago.
Was it?
It came.
That was supposed to drop first quarter 2026, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's yeah.
No one ever makes their deadline in this industry.
No.
It's 2 years. Like it's 2 years.
So Delton,
Again, that's not a complaint. That doesn't upset me.
No.
what are your 5 favorite mythic or 5 favorite Legions figures? And if you can go from 5 to 1 and why?
Okay. Did I already answer it? Because Athenas, Bulbatros, Scarlatus are probably my top 3.
Okay. There you go. Now, okay, so
and you want me to stay within the Legions, right? Not like all over 4 horsemen. Stay within the Legions.
You know what? I'm going to do it this way. You go wherever 4 horsemen takes you.
Okay.
Question.
Okay. Shield of Drum is so huge. Like I don't know. Like it's either 1 or it's 4. Maybe I should have thought about this before this for you guys, but that's for sure top 5. And then I guess the Deltigar figures are right. That'll be my 5th.
Okay.
Okay. I like it. We'll accept that.
I do have a lot more than just 5.
Oh yeah. Trying to find 7th King. Oh, there we go. 7th King.
It's the hippo.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could find
beautiful.
A picture of him.
The hippo. Okay.
I had all those figures. I sold quite a bit of them.
And that's
I bet you got a pretty penny for the hippo.
At least a couple $100 or more.
Yeah.
It was even open, so it had been opened.
Yeah, mine was loose as well. Yeah.
I still had it in the pack. I still kept them. I'm weird. I kept the packaging.
I'm not a keep the packaging guy. I like to take it out and hold it.
Which I keep it. It just I keep them in totes. So like my basement's filled with totes, filled with empty cartons.
Yeah.
Looks like
I finally started to get rid of mine. They were all in my furnace room, and my son was like, he's like, I need this space down here. And I was like, well, you don't want to move your drum set out of there, do you? Because he did, but I'm trying to talk him out of this. And I was like, all right, I can move some of this crap into the furnace room. And what was in the furnace room was all of my packaging that I saved. And I was like, I don't need this. I have boxes on boxes of Matty Collector, He-Man figures. I'm like, I'm not looking at this. It's in my furnace rooms. I did finally start to anti-hoard that.
I feel you, no doubt.
So number 2. Did we get number 2?
That is Bulbatros.
Yeah, but yeah.
All birds.
All birds. Yeah, it was all birds.
All birds.
The beds.
So Delton, your 3 least favorite 4 horsemen figures.
Oh, you guys, so there's lots of lines that I just have no interest in, that I see it and I'm like, nope, this one's not for me. But I wouldn't say like my least favorite. It's just not my bag, like we all listen to different kinds of music. But like the cosmic ones, usually I didn't get off on those. Okay. They had all the skeletons with the glow in the dark. Those were not my favorite things. But I know that that's like your jam, so that's awesome. And the type of music that I listen to is probably totally different than when you listen to all good. So I don't want to say that these are like they're not bad. They're just not my thing.
Exactly.
Nice.
So you can pick any 3 in those lines. I think actually there were a few of the cosmic characters that I was like, oh, that's really cool. But overall, the line, I don't think I ever bought any of those.
We had guys who are the biggest Motu collectors, biggest Motu tribute. I mean, they just love Motu, and their least favorite figures were the Mythic Legion Motu tribute figures.
I didn't love those, but it's more because even though my figure is this way, I'm not a huge stock parts guy. Even though that's the way the original Motu line was, it's like, okay, this is a repaint of other things. And I have so much respect for the Horsemen where I'm like, I like it when I'm seeing new stuff. I'm seeing new sculpts. So like those figures, the tribute figures for the Masters, I'm not saying that they weren't cool, but I don't think I bought any of those either, even though Motu is my thing.
If we had, I mean, if we were doing a tally, which we probably should have done a tally, but I don't know if we really need to, because on the top of my head, Bryophytus, which is Mossman, is up there.
I didn't even know that one happened.
Mephitor. Yeah, so Mossman and Mephitor are probably the highest ranked least favorite figure on our show. People have voted on.
So Mephitor,
and then probably Webster. Webster's probably up there. The Webster figure.
Okiatos.
Those three have been like, oh my god, they've been named like literally dozens and dozens and dozens of times. It's insane.
I personally like the Mossman tribute.
I think it's too, kind of. I thought it was cool. I did.
I didn't see this one. Can you bring up? Can you bring that up for me?
Yes, I sure can.
Or if I saw it, I don't remember seeing it. Like I remember about the first 6 of them. After that, I don't.
All Stars 4, maybe.
I don't know why I clicked on 3, but yeah, I think you might be right. Oh, yep, there he is. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. So there's Bryophyta. That's Mossman.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I did see that. I definitely would have passed that up.
So
but again,
flopped,
I'm glad that they make those, and I get why they do it, because that's sort of, you know, what their bread and butter was for a while. But yeah, that does not excite me.
Okay, so that was Mossman.
What about Stinkor? There's a little Stinkor.
The Stinkor one I remember seeing.
Yeah, Mephitor. So Mephitor. Here we go.
So I must have seen these guys, because I remember this one. It just did not tickle my fancy.
There it is, the goblin, all black goblin head as well. But I kind of like the fuzz monk head that came with it.
Yeah, they're definitely giving off Oedipus vibes.
Yeah. Oh, there's Atlas over here.
Oh, that is Atlas back there. Wow.
Yeah, it is right there.
Trevor, man. Killing it.
Yeah, hiding stuff. Heck yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, I think I know how this next question's going. Brad, can you bring up Broder of Bjorngar?
Oh, yeah. Let me bring that
up. Here, Caspar. Okay, so Delton, your last question on the hot seat, my friend.
Rising Suns.
Which tribute figure is your favorite? Broder of Bjorngar, the Brad Jones tribute, or Amir Caspar, Scapular the Crypt Breaker 2?
So here is Broder of Bjorngar, the Viking. Humongous titty pauldrons. They're amazing.
Yes, they're the metallic love pillows.
So this is what the Horseman gave me. Thank you. Give me an alternate head there. That looks like me with one pauldron.
I like that look right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So there's that, and then there's obviously Trevor's picture. Then we will go to Michael Scapular, the Crypt Breaker 2.
Now I'm his actual Delton. I am part of Scapular's lore now as his disguise. So I'm when Scapular needs to go in disguise, he goes in disguise as Emir Caspar. So his disguise is this right here, basically.
His alter ego.
The Scapular figure under that.
Yeah, there's some lore where Mike goes into the pub to talk to Atlas.
Or I think I talked to him in the Coliseum.
Or Euro, is that what it is in the Coliseum?
Yeah.
Your cloak is soft goods, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so you want me to say which one of these I like better?
One you like best, buddy. I think I know where this is already going with your previous answer.
That's fair, given what I've said. So, if these were in a line, I'd probably buy neither of these. But Brad, I guess, would be more to my tastes. Yeah! I really love how the rest of the skeleton looks, though. Like the soft goods are spectacular on that.
Yeah. So yeah, Mike's actual Amir Kaspar outfit looks dope. Yeah, for sure.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike actually has this cosplay outfit.
Oh boy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I can
somebody made it.
I'm guessing you've never been recognized in that outfit.
Well, no, I've never. God, I got it. Let's see if I can. Give me a second here. I got to get my camera. Okay. I got it.
Yeah. Here, I guess I can eliminate this.
And Brad, you'll have to tell me if I'm getting to the shelf here.
Oh.
Let's see here. Can you guys see that?
Oh. Hold on, I'll make you big. Hold on, I'll make you big. There, I see it.
Yeah.
See it
so
up
there's
there?
Your mask, there's your pauldrons, there's the top of the helmet.
Yep.
And then there's your belt with all the stuff that goes on it.
Yep, and
I can
the
see
actual
underneath
gown,
the red,
here.
Yeah, the red cape.
Yep, it's sitting on it. And I will say that here in my den, Delton, is where Deltigar the Destroyer sits with the rest of the Mercurians. Are you guys seeing this?
Or Oh yeah.
And being a Motu fan, Delton, right there. Bam. You see that guy?
Oh yeah, nice.
Oh yes, I love my merman. But let me get this back here.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Merman was my favorite villain as a child. I really wanted him to be one of the heroic characters.
Yep. Back in '82, man, I was so disappointed when we got the figure we did because I wanted it to look like the 8-back, the cross-cell art.
Yeah.
And it didn't. But Eric Treadaway took care of that in the Motu Classics lines. So I'll be forever indebted to him for that. Well, Brad, you got another check mark, baby.
What's that?
You won today's show.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, is that 2 in a row? Is that 2 in a row? That might be 2 in a row.
I think it is. Who did we have on last week? We had on. Yes, Jeff I think Evans. It is because we had Jeff Evans on.
Jeff Evans. I think he picked me. I think.
I'm
or no, I think he did pick you.
Did he pick me? Or did he say neither? I don't know. Anyways.
But need to start writing this down.
This is the time.
It's not breaking your heart either way, so that's a good thing.
No, it's Mike.
So the seat not so hot.
Yeah, I guess the seat's not so hot.
It's like a warm seat.
Yeah. Some people do sweat it though, because they're like, they go, usually people are like, I can answer top 5 easily. And then when they actually start thinking about it, they're like, oh my God, this is hard. Like, I can't decipher who I want to put in that.
Well, when you have your group, you sort of like the whole group. So there's like probably 30 to 40 figures that were all like, this is my top 5.
Yes.
Like, since we talked about it, I think that I gave a really accurate depiction. Like, I think those are my top 5. It would stay that way.
Jeff Evans says I did pick the Amir. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
but I think I did have 2 weeks in a row. So yeah, so we're back.
You did. I know you did. Yeah.
I had a turkey once. I hit a turkey. I got 3 in a row once. Of course, Mike got like 6 in a row or something. Mike was killing me for like 2 months.
I was killing it there for a while.
He was. People love their skeletons, though. I mean,
yeah, you got to find the right people because I'm sure it doesn't have anything to do with anybody personally. It's like, oh, do they like humans or do they like skeletons?
Yeah.
Well, I always liked like humanoid animals. Like that's always been like, oh, that's awesome.
Well, when we first started the show, Mike kind of came up with the questions, which were questions that we asked each other on the phone before we started the show. But he would ask me my least favorite, and I would tell him, well, then when he wanted to do the show, he said, let's ask this. And I thought, I don't know if we should ask that because, that's kind of like an oxymoron type of thing. And nobody wants to answer negative. But this is what's great about that question.
It's not necessarily negative. We all have things that it's just like, that's not my thing. Yeah. Like it doesn't take away from how good it is. It doesn't necessarily yuck somebody's yum, but it's just not your thing.
We've had Corn Boy and Eric Treadway on the show, which we asked him. I mean, can you imagine we asked Eric Treadway what his least favorite figures were?
Yeah, what was the answer to that?
I think he did say he didn't want to say that. I think he basically told us some figures that he would want to redo.
I got you. Yeah,
or like to redo.
That's the easy way out. Again, the warm seat for Eric Treadway.
Yeah, and I think he did say Ragna. He would like to redo Ragna.
Oh God, yes, Ragna.
Because it was one of those figures. He said he kind of rushed a little bit, and it was one of those Kickstarter things where he was trying to do pump all those figures out.
Oh,
but
I think
it's a lot of work in a small span of time.
Right there. Look, oh my God.
Yeah, I think Ragna was a. I don't want to put it on Eric. I want to put Ragna on. They made a female dwarf when they didn't necessarily have parts to make a female dwarf, so they were limited by parts, not necessarily Eric's.
Which he said he'd like to redo. Which that's something you probably see again, but. Yeah, it's one of those weird questions that, but at the same time now, we ask Horsemen, we ask everybody that, so it's just one of the things where it's just like, and some people come on, they go, man, I don't want to say anything negative about the Horsemen, and then hear it, like come out of my mouth, and I'm like, dude, we've had Jeremy Gerard on the show and asked him his least favorite, so I go, it's just,
yeah, that wouldn't bother me. Being critical is like I try to tone it down, like I do it too much instinctively, so.
Yeah. Me and Mike seem to pick 2.0 figures just because they seem to fall down in the cases a lot. So we're just picking the figures that irritate us on a daily basis. So having to
I have that. I don't like it when they don't stand well. I don't know if it would make me dislike the figure overall. Usually it's the face sculpt why I fall in love with a figure.
Yeah. And they're usually all beautiful, but like I said, I'm like, I have to pick 3, then damn it, I'll pick the lady that keeps falling over.
Yeah. So Delton, this is the time in the show where we go to the chat and they ask you questions. Okay. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So guys and gals in the chat, hit Brad up with your questions for Delton, and Brad will read them and Delton will try to give you an answer to these. And of course, I did the usual question that I ask at this point. I asked earlier in the show, and that was about the toy lines when you were a youngster, a kid. I guess I'm gonna, other than Motu, let me ask the first question here. I'll spin it the other way as an adult. Other than Motu, as an adult, what has been the line that you've collected that has had the most influence on you?
Okay, I don't know about influence because it's just like obviously the Deltigar and the Motu did affect my life, but mostly it's just something that's like joyous and fun for me. So it's not always like impactful on my life, but one of my favorite toy lines and ones that I still collect is the WWF Hasbro line. And they're still putting out, there's like all these different little companies that are putting out wrestlers that didn't get to be in the line. And those are things that I definitely keep an eye on and still do pre-orders of and things like that.
Nice. Now, is there any? So you still toy collect?
Yep.
Is there any like conventions that you go to?
Well, okay, so I'm also a baseball card nerd, like huge baseball card nerd. And usually you can go to baseball card shows for free, where toy shows, my kids get excited about it too because they have all these other things. And they're like, okay, a ticket's only $45. But when you have 7 kids, $45 is like $400. And so it's like, let's go to the free show.
I got it.
I got a funny
So
story.
cons, even though sometimes they appeal to me, I don't make it to very many of them.
I gotcha.
Even like the Grand Rapids con, which this is a small town. I mean, it's not tiny, but it's a small town. They want like $40 to go in for a day.
Well, I tell you what.
And the guy who spent $10,000 on a doll is complaining about $40 for a day.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Mesquite Con's like $5. You know, I'm thinking like $5.
Was it $5?
Yeah, $5. And I am going to get a hold of you on Facebook Messenger with when it is, before it is, so you can go this year because we want to see you there. We want to hang out with you, buddy.
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to make a promise because I have so many commitments with children, but if it works out, I'm game.
Yes. Nice.
The con will be Saturday, but usually they set up Friday. They'll have a mythic meetup, so everyone kind of meets up Friday or either Saturday for the con.
I know when I first heard about it, now this was a few years ago, I wanted to go and walk by Corn Boy and see if he had any idea, because I don't think he would. I don't think he'd be like, oh, I made a figure of that guy. But it was like I said, I always found out like the day it happened or the weekend after.
Yeah, Corn Boy always comes to that one. Him and Jim, I think, are the ones.
He's the only one I worked with.
Corn Boy's the best.
All my communication was through Corn Boy.
Yeah, Corn Boy's the best. Well, he is like their PR guy, I guess.
Yeah,
spokesperson or whatever, their talker.
It's just a great Delton. It's a great story, man. It really is.
I'm glad that you guys thought so, because really, I'm like, it ends up being like the Betty Page thing, where I'm like, I don't even know, like, if talking about this probably doesn't help, because the legend that people build up in their mind is always so much better than the real thing.
Well, I got to tell you, Delton, I just heard, and I have no idea who, what.
Oh, look at somebody's just telling me it's $10 to go to this thing now.
Yeah, it's 10 now, Mike.
It's $10 now. But I heard way back in the day that you worked for or owned Big Bad Toy Store. Stuff like that. And
there was rumors. Yeah, those are the rumors.
Why he got the $10,000.
I think this is why initially this was hard for me, is because I know this is corny, but I'm a deeply honest person. Like the truth is so important to me. And I'm reading all this stuff about myself, and I'm like, none of this is true. And so that was really hard for me at first. I was like, I don't want to look at this. But yes, I never owned Big Bad Toy Store.
Kids are free, so
they have received some of my money, but I have never owned it.
Nice.
We need to clarify the ages of which kids are free, but Dusty's saying the kids are free at Muskegon for Mesquite Con.
The kids are free. Oh, nice.
But my old ass still is $10.
Yeah, you're 10.
It went up.
$10. Now they do have each year. I've noticed they're getting more and more toy tables instead of crafty stuff, because there is a mythic row, I guess, of 3D printers and different.
See, that all that stuff excites my kids. I don't get it, but like the crappy 3D printed stuff that people pay $5 for, my daughter will go right to that table and look for spiders. And like my kids are all about Pokemon. And somebody that grew up with like the lore of He-Man, I'm like, really? Pokemon is your jam? I feel like I've like failed you as a father, but this is the way it is.
They will love it then, because there's definitely stuff for kids and that type of stuff there. That's for sure. But yeah, it's a good time. Like I said, it's a really intimate con. I kind of like it. Because like usually if you go to like Legion's Con, you may not necessarily get to talk to Cornboy per se like you would if you went to Muskegon, where he's just standing there all by himself. You could literally walk up and just talk to him.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, when everything's we lost Mike. And then at the end of the day, more than likely, you could go out to dinner with Cornboy like we normally do, because he's like, hey, let's go eat, and it's like, all right, okay, cool, we're eating dinner with Cornboy. It's like, hell yeah. He took there was dude, there had to have been 20 or 30 of us across the street, and he took us all there. And
did you go to Mr. Quick?
No, it was it was at the where the hockey arena is.
Oh, okay.
There's like a little bar right down the street, but it's connected to the hockey arena. So if you walk into the bar, you can actually see the hockey arena behind it.
Where the Lumberjacks used to play in the IHL?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It's a great little town. I love that area. It's cute. It's small. But yeah, Cornboy bought all our food and everything. It was crazy. I mean, we wasn't expecting it. He walked out and said bye. And then we kept asking the lady, like, where's our check at? She goes, oh, don't worry about it. That guy who left paid for it. And we're like, dude, what?
That's cool. That's really nice of him.
And I was like, of course he snuck out before we could say bye to him. Or thank him.
It's easier that way for him, I'm sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Cornboy's freaking awesome. But yeah, that would be a good time to actually meet him in person. Would be there easily. He's just standing there, scrolling on his phone or just hanging out with everybody. So
I didn't mean that was important to me. I just thought it'd be funny. Like, okay, you sculpted a figure of this fellow. I wonder if you would recognize if he walked past.
Probably, to be honest, he might. He's kind of weird.
Maybe.
Like I think he would. Definitely, for sure. Kids are free. That's cool. I'm trying to think. I feel like all the questions that I wanted to ask, I waited. I was going to wait.
I think you guys covered everything.
I asked them like in the beginning, the first half hour.
That could be.
But no, I think we did pretty well. But dude, yeah, this has been a great show. This has really been awesome. I'm so glad that we got to get you on and get the community to understand the legend of what actually has happened.
Hopefully it didn't get any worse, this legend.
In fact, you may see yourself on other shows. We've been known to spark people.
Hopefully they pay me $10 so I can go to Muskegon.
Hey, you show up, I'll pay your way. Kids are free, but I'll pay your way. Actually, I think what happened is usually Pete McCarthy lets me in for free from My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast.
I don't know. I'm like, so you guys did a good job of entering the 21st century, but I'm still like an old guy with analog TVs and stamps and a checkbook. So I'm still podcasting is like, my kids are all about listening to short videos, but I still like 3-hour documentaries.
Yeah. My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast guys, they're really awesome.
Yeah.
But they got tribute figures as well for having their podcast. But they've been around way longer than us, so they've been doing their thing for a while. And Cornboy loves them because they're raunchy and they're just hilarious, and they just talk like amongst the friends. So it's nothing like And I think Cornboy likes that. So and you'll always see My Wife guys at the Muskegon. Pete one of the My Wife's guys runs the. Pete McCarthy runs the Muskegon. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's getting bigger and bigger. So I'm really excited about going this year. So,
all right.
I might even I actually thought about getting a table and selling some stuff, but who knows? Yeah. But I guess we lost Mike. I don't know what happened to him. Well, you know what I didn't do? I didn't read your bio. I didn't read your bio in Arnold.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
I guess I can do that. And if Mike doesn't come back, then I guess, yeah. And if anybody has any questions, there's Mike.
My phone died.
What the hell? It died.
So I have it plugged in right now. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good. I was going to read the bio, I guess.
Oh yes, the bio.
I didn't read the bio. I feel like I was missing something. I wanted to show something and I forgot. All right, let me get into the bio. All right, Deltigar the Destroyer. Oh, you know what? I should probably pull it up, right? So you guys can see it as well.
Dude.
All right, Deltigar the Destroyer. With ancestry dating back to the golden age of the Macarian army, Deltigar the Destroyer is no stranger to warfare's devastating toll. A towering figure, he serves as leader and defender of the bustling town of Grassmid. This is a heavy mantle to bear because Grassmid's geographical position makes the army of Odysseus the first line of defense against his encroaching forces of the Legion of Erether. Luckily for his people, Deltigar accepts every challenge, carrying his mighty warhammer into battle with brave resolve. Note Deltigar the Destroyer is the first Mythic Legions figure to feature the likeness of a fan, Delton Grassmid. Pledged for the Your Likeness on the Mythic Legions figure pledge level of the Mythic Legions Advent of Decay Kickstarter campaign. And this figure was created by the Four Horsemen Studios in collaboration with Delton. It is a freaking magnificent figure. I hope I read it.
Dude.
I hope I read it without making any mistakes. You little bastards, you.
Nice.
Love
And
it.
you did do it without making a mistake.
I think I did.
You did.
Dude, I haven't read a bio in a long damn time in Arnold. We need to start doing that more often. For the first 2 or 3 seasons, we read Arnold bios, but I did have a question, and you still haven't asked it. Oh, let me scroll back up here. Oh, my God. Rob Zamora has a question. Are you ready? El Spooky Zorro, Rob Zamora. Justin Bieber once said early Delton Grassmid music was a huge influence for his album changes. It even helped grow his mustache. Is there a Justin Bieber album that influences your music?
Sadly, there is not.
Before you answer this, Rob watches our show. He always asks some sort of crazy Justin Bieber.
Yes, I could tell that there was some sarcasm there.
Yes. He's come up with some doozies sometimes, some real doozies. That's great. Oh, man. That's good times. Good times. I didn't miss anybody else's, did I?
You got everybody?
Oh, hold on here. Delton, how do I get in touch with Todd McFarlane to interview him? Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if you're shooting the shelf one day.
It's another show. Yeah.
Very well could happen.
Well, we're at the 2-hour mark here. So I think we got a show in. What do you guys think?
Dude, that was awesome. This was such an epic show. It was really cool.
Oh, God. It was awesome. For everybody, in 2 weeks, we're going to have we're going to have a recap show for the year that was Four Horsemen in 2025. And Brad, did you reach out to our guests for that show?
I didn't, but I'm going to go ahead and put it up here anyway. Is it December 23rd?
Yes.
Okay. So I picked the right date?
Yes. December 23rd, and it is going to be Immortal Collections, hopefully with us, as we recap the year that was Four Horsemen Studios.
I will message them right now.
What's that?
Yeah, so as of right now, we'll have Immortal on, unless for some reason he can't for work or something.
They are our sponsors. So, Delton,
yes,
it was amazing, my friend. Thank you for bringing life to the legend that is Deltigar the Destroyer. We will forever forever be honored to have you on the show. And we hope at some day you can make a return. Hopefully, maybe they'll do a Deltigar V2 someday. Maybe.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
thank you guys. Thank you for reaching out to me. This was all right.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. We'll stick around real quick. We'll say goodbye to everybody else and see us in 2 weeks, people. Until then, cabal, babal.